This is a quick look at Dean Motor Cars Incorporated. To start with, there's a lot going on. This is a busy looking website. If this was me, I would shrink this down. I would put this. We want your vehicle. Get the best value for your trade-in. I would put this information up here in the top. I would, I guess this is okay. This is a lot of information as well. I would shrink this down, just the logo, and move this nav bar up here in the top. So the logo goes to the left, the nav bar comes up here. Find your next car at Dean Motor Cars Incorporated in Houston, Texas. This is hard to read across here. There's no way this is ADA compliant. Regardless of what these tools show us we get to them, this is not ADA compliant. You can't read it. And you want a call to action right here. We've got inventory, but we've got inventory up here too. We've got appraisal, how much is your vehicle worth, but that's up here in the top. And I bet it's not here. But as a matter of fact, contact staff, the information up here about us, staff, testimonials, contact, all this could go in the footer. If somebody's looking to contact, there's the phone numbers here, but the contact could be in the footer as well. You don't want to overwhelm people with information. This is kind of overwhelming when you land here. And you've got this slider. Sliders kill conversions. Every test has been done. Georgia Tech did some testing with everybody who's ever tested sliders. Come back and say, hey, sliders look like advertising and it kills conversions. I would get rid of this slider right here. I would, and I'll show you an example of something I'm setting up for a dealership now, just to give you an idea of here. I'll show it to you. Let's see, where is it? Right here is one we're setting up for a dealership. You got the phone number, the address, and the time up here. You've got the logo over here. You've got just 3 links. Every link on a page pulls away from every page starts with some type of page rank. So say it's 0.0005. When Google finds it, they give it some page rank. Every link that comes off that page takes away from that page rank that's going to the other pages. So every link is divided by whatever the page rank is. And, external web links coming in also helps the page rank to go up. But then it's divided by all these pages. So every single page on here, that page rank is divided by. So you've got links in here that are in here twice. The slider, I guess that's okay. We've got sedans. What we've got here for the sedans, dealer sign in. The cars for sale. They shouldn't put their link in here. That link, again, every link on the page takes away from the other links on the page. So this helps them. They get an off-topic link from a dealership website, so that helps them, but it hurts you. So I wouldn't have that on here. The terms and conditions of use, that's the terms and conditions here, and terms and conditions by placing calls to this dealership, you agree to these terms and conditions. I don't know why you've got 2 terms and conditions. You got a site map down here. Google, if the website's set up correctly, Google should be able to find the pages without the site map. But let's look through here just a little bit right here. But yeah, this is just too much going on, and you can't see this content. On the title tag, what you should have at the beginning of the title tag is used cars. Used cars is really a keyword that everybody wants to rank for. It gets a lot of traffic. Dean Motor Incorporated, whatever the first thing that Google sees gets the most weight added to it. So if you put used cars here and then Dean Motor Cars Incorporated at the end, nobody's trying to rank for Dean Motor Cars, or very few people are trying to rank for Dean Motor Cars. So that's something that's easy to rank for, that you could put it at the end of the title. There's no reason to put it at the beginning. And then at the beginning have used cars for sale in Houston, Texas by Dean Motor Cars Incorporated. But I would put used cars for sale at the beginning of it. And then find great deals at Dean Motor. I might say find quality cars, just to have cars in there right there at the beginning. Find quality used cars at Dean Motor Cars Incorporated in Houston, Texas. This you want to be a little clickbaity, because this is what's going to show up in Google. Then we look at the page speed. Now, everybody who has studied page speed says page speed is a big deal. One, Google said if this isn't in under a second, then they limit how deep they crawl the site, how often they crawl the site, and no matter how much content you add to the site, it makes it more difficult for Google to find it and rank it if this isn't below a second. So at 8 seconds, 8 seconds shouldn't even be in there. Nothing should be at 8 seconds. But that's way too long. And then you've got your largest content pane in 12.3. Google said if it's not in 2.5 seconds, then there's a ranking penalty. And the reason they did that was because they did a study, and they found out when they studied their ad network, when they were looking at why people weren't able to convert traffic, they came to the conclusion that all their tests showed that if a website takes 3 seconds to load, just 3 seconds, that you're going to lose 53% of your traffic. This thing takes 12.3 seconds. And then people will say, well, those studies aren't for dealers. It's for everybody. It was across the entire ad network. Amazon did some more studies with it. Amazon said for every 100 millisecond increase in load times, they saw a 1% drop in sales and conversions. Walmart said it was 2%. Mophie said it was 1.11 per a 100 milliseconds. Cook said it was 7% for 850 milliseconds. So, and Google studied their entire network and said for every 100 millisecond increase in traffic in load times, you saw a 7% decrease in conversions. And then, people will say, well, it's not for dealerships, but then Coons Automotive, they took their website from 26 seconds down to 2.6 seconds and saw a 1,400% increase in conversions. So we're talking about 1,400% more people filling out the form just to getting it to 2.5. And if you look at that one I was showing you earlier, this website right here, and this has got this has got your trade-in thing just like what you've got. What's your trade-in thing look like? Let's see if... Well, there's no link here to click for the trade-in. Let's see, appraisals, how much is your vehicle worth? Apply. This has got the appraisal, general inquiry, service, car finder, first name, last name, service, engine, trim. The one we set up for that customer, if you come over here and you click on get the trade value, and I don't know if I've got that link working. Let's click it here. One, if I enter a license plate, or if I enter a VIN, this thing automatically fills out the information. If you've got make and model, I can pick from, and depending on what I pick, depends on what's shown over here. So then, it's a F-150. It says what type of trim. Let's say that the King Ranch, the engine, let's say it's a V8, the powertrain. So it's giving me more information. I'm able to work my way through here. I can put the mileage. I can put the zip code. It's just a little easier to fill out, and it allows me to, it says how many keys do you have? 2+. Is this a lease, a loan lease? No, I own it. So it just gives you a little more information, and it makes it easier to do. Is it like new? Do you have a title? So if I say it's like new, do I have a title? Yes. Do I have... does the vehicle run? Yes. Has it been in any accidents? No. Are there any active warning lights? No. Has it ever been smoked? And it just gives, is there any hail damage, dents, scratch? And it just gives you a little more information. And then I can drag and drop all the pictures in here. At one time, it'll load them all up. Or I can skip that section if I want to, and then I just fill out the name and everything. It just gives you a little more information to help you determine what the car is worth, so that when you get it, you've got more to go by. Any errors on this page will make it so it's not ADA compliant, and it can prevent it from working correctly in a browser. This thing, they have blocked you from even being able to check for errors. That is absolutely insane. This come back over here to this. Is this using WordPress? What are you using on here? Doesn't look like WordPress, Bootstrap. Those are the worst, Bootstrap and WordPress. It's got Bootstrap on here. How much Bootstrap is this thing using? Bootstrap and Bootstrap's made for people who don't know how to code. So if you don't know how to code, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just use Bootstrap. They block you from being able to check if it's ADA compliant. If it's not ADA compliant, you can get sued and you can get fined. And it doesn't matter if you block the tool, because the people who are checking to see if it's ADA compliant are using a reader. So, I mean, if the reader doesn't work because it's not ADA compliant, you get sued and fined, and it's on you. It's not on the web developer. The web developer walks away free. He doesn't have to worry about anything. Then here we've got the email, the phone number. So a lot of information here that you're giving. You know, in my humble opinion, I would give less information 4 in a row. Let's go back over here to this right here. Whoops, I didn't mean to go there. If we come back over here and we say search cars, we've got the ability to search, to sort by price, by mileage, by year, by automotive. But this dealership only has about 100 cars in here. So there's no reason to show all these different filters and everything. This allows us to do 3 in a row. We can see exactly what's going on. I mean, it's a 1999 Honda, let's see, 2011 Toyota Camry, 84,000 miles, $12,000. If I want to see more information now, I can just click on this and I can get the rest of the information. It even gives me a value compass that I can use to see if it's a good value. It tells me why I should buy this car. It's got all your features and everything on here. I'm sure most of them have got the features now. This also has owner reviews, and all the cars, there's an AI that comes through there and does those reviews. I don't know why it skipped that one, but most of these cars should have reviews. You see this right here showing a review. It pulls the reviews from other websites and puts them on here, but for some reason it didn't get that Camry. But if we come back over here to this page, you know, it's just, there's a lot going on here on this page. And then again, on the load times, 8.3, so Google can't even spider all those pages, and 10.4 for the largest the largest content paint, which means it's got a Google penalty. It's not ranking as high as it could or should, and the conversions are tanked because at 5 point, I mean, Google studies showed, it's not like, hey, maybe, you know, studies have shown that, 90% of people search on mobile now when they're looking for a car. And Google studied their ad network and said that you lose 53% of your traffic at 3 seconds. And that's the reason this is Google's tool. Google built this tool specifically for that problem because they felt like it was a big enough problem. They built a tool for it. And again, the developer blocks I guess they've got links on every page to themselves because, I mean, that hurts you but helps them, and that's not what they should be doing. That's not correct, especially if you're paying them. If you're not paying them, and okay, the link is the payment, but if you're paying them, then that shouldn't be it. But we can tell it's got accessibility issues right here. You've got background and foreground colors. If we come over here, this right here is probably also going to show some accessibility problems. And keep in mind, one problem can cost you $50,000 in a lawsuit. It's not like you need 50 problems. You've got heading elements are not in sequential orders. That means that you've got some of these, you've got H1 tags where they're not supposed to be, or H2. The tags should be H1, H2, H3, H4, H5. And what this is saying is that those tags are not in the correct order. And like I said, and that's for the reader. Those screen readers, if you're blind or deaf, or I guess if you're blind, if you're deaf, it's not going to read it. But it could, but you wouldn't hear it. But if you're using a screen reader or one of those readers for blind people, then it reads it in order, the header tags. So if the header tags aren't in the right order, that makes it not ADA compliant. So even though they're blocking your ability to check the code and you're blocking your ability to check the ADA compliance, it doesn't make it ADA compliant. That's not how that works. I mean, they can still sue you and fine you for it not being ADA compliant. Then we're over here on this page. We've got we've got our vehicle information, used 3.0. It really doesn't show the features here, does it? Okay, the features are down here. Show the features. It's got the features down here. I don't much like the layout of this page. Again, everything's pushed so far down. You really got to scroll down here to see anything on your mobile phone. And you've also got Dealer Inspire that did a study, and they found that if you could get a website for every second, for every load time that you got under a second, they saw a 40% increase in leads. And CDK did a study, and they said for every second improvement on the vehicle description page, they saw a 20% increase in leads. So just if you improve this thing by 1 second, you would see 20% more traffic according to CDK's study. And this one right here loads in 12.7. That's got to be below 2.5. It can't be. I mean, if you look at this one that we built for this guy, it gets 100% across the board on this thing. And the reason it gets 100% is because we fixed all the problems. When we saw, I mean, if you look through here, you don't see anything to fix. There's nothing. If there was a problem, we fixed it. When you look at the coding errors, there's no coding errors. If we found an error, we fixed it. We checked it with the ADA compliant. Every page, not just the one page. I mean, if you check any page in here, they're all correct because whatever problems we saw, we fixed. So even if you come in here to the list page, again, the list page, and watch it not that I'm saying something, it may show a problem. But and then also while that's loading, let's look at the dealership page. Let's just click on one random car. We grab something right here. And we come back over here and see that one got 196. So there is a problem here. Serves images with low resolution. So I need to fix those images there on that page. Like I said, we're still working on that website, so we haven't fixed everything. But if we check on the detail page, the detail page is one that's a little more complicated because it's got a lot of information on it. And we're constantly, we're still tweaking and fine-tuning that site, so there may be a problem or two I haven't looked at. Yeah, this one's got 2 contrasting errors here, 12 alerts. So all those things need to be fixed on that page. But before the customer gets it, we will fix all that stuff. We won't so there's no errors in the code. And here it loads in 2.4 seconds, which is still, notice they're all green. It's still below the 2.5, but that should also be... everything should be under a second. I mean, when we finish and give it to the customer, the idea is on the list page it's 1.2 seconds. But when we give it to the customer, all those scores will be under a second because I want to try and give the dealership as much of an advantage as they can get. You'll also notice that there's no links to my sites down here in the footer. When we finish and we give it to the customer, we don't do anything at all that's going to hurt the customer. Where this website right here, they put a link to themselves. They didn't check their code. They blocked the ability to check the code. Instead of saying, oh, wow, we've got an error, we should fix the error. Instead, they said, hey, instead of fixing the errors, we've got so many, it's better just to block the ability to check it so that it doesn't look like we've got any errors at all. I mean, it's a terrible way to do business. It's not the correct way. But, I mean, I really, really honestly believe, and I'm not saying this to try and get your business or anything else, you should find you a good web developer that can set up and build this website. I guarantee you could easily see 100, 200, 1,000% better conversions, better rankings, better everything if this website's built correctly. And the way it's set up right now, not only is it costing you money, you're losing money. This thing, what you should be doing is setting this website up. If you look right here, one of the other things that we're setting up over here is the blog. The idea is to use this website to feed the AI. So what we want to do is when the AI does a search, when the AI says, hey, when a customer comes to the AI and asks information, we want to be the ones feeding the AI. We want to be the one getting the recommendation saying, hey, Here's the link to where this information comes from. But we want to control what the AI believes to be true, and then that way it puts us ahead. When we tell the customer something, if they go to the AI and check it, we're the ones that the AI says, oh yeah, that's correct. And they use us. We become the authority. And when people see the AI using you as the authority, they immediately believe, just like a long time ago, and I guess maybe today too, when Google first came out, people believed if you ranked number one in Google that you were the best that there was. Hey, this is the best. I used to rank number one for custom website development a long, long time ago. And we ranked number one for custom website designs, custom website development. We had a customer of ours we ranked for wristbands and bracelets. And every website that we used to rank when we were doing that stuff, when we would rank a website, immediately all the people believed we were the authority, when really all we were doing at that time was manipulating the search engines to make ourselves show up. It's going to be the same with the AI stuff. When somebody does a search and they see you as being the person the AI recommends, they're going to say, oh, this is the authority. This is the expert in this field. And that's where you need to be trying to get yourself. And this website right here is not set up to do that. You should be feeding the AI, controlling what the AI believes. And does it even have a blog on it? I mean, a lot of this stuff may be duplicate links too. I didn't look, but you've got SUVs for sale, sedan, and if we come down here, we've got BMWs, popular body styles, SUVs. Yep, you've got SUVs. You shouldn't have double links on the same page. Sedans, that hurts your rankings too. Convertibles, coupes. Though that you shouldn't duplicate the links, because like I said, every link on that page, you need to control your internal link juice. The external is a little harder to control, but the internal link juice you've got total control over, and you should be using your website and designing it in such a way that you control where the link juice is flowing. And what you're doing now is you're flowing it to this page twice, so it's dividing it by every link on this page, so you're diluting and I don't think it'll even do it the second time. But what it does do is it subtracts the link juice, so you don't get credit for it but once, but they still divide it by the number of links. So by having two links to the same page, you're devaluing your link juice that's going to those pages. If you need anything else, if you got any questions, if there's anything I can help you with, if you want me to dig further into the site, I can. But anyway, I hope this helps you out. Thanks, and have a good day.